Hi, this is Chris Ferris, Plano ISD Athletic Department. I'm here with Coach Mike Hughes of the Plano West Wolves, and we're talking football 2011, starting off the season. Coach, we've got Arlington Martin here on Friday night, 7:30, Clark Stadium. Tell us what we can expect to see out of the West Wolves and Arlington Martin as well.
Well, you're going to see an Arlington Martin team that's ranked number 9 in the area, and really good team offensively and defensively. You're going to see a Plano West team that's excited to get back on the field and start a new season. We were not at last season. We were disappointed. It's not acceptable, so we're ready to get back on the field and start playing.
Well, as you say that, certainly it's probably been a long time since that last ball game, and I know you've practiced against yourselves. You had scrimmages, that kind of thing. Finally got to hit somebody else last week in Highland Park. Tell us a little bit about how the scrimmage went. Well,
it went well. Offensively, we took the ball, moved it down the field, and scored the first time. They came back on offense and scored. They hit us on the big play a couple of times, got a couple of long passes. The most exciting thing is they weren't able to run the ball on us. We played outstanding run defense, and that's one of the things that we have to do this year to be successful in District 8-5A. But overall, I was pleased with the way the scrimmage went.
Well, and Coach, you bring up 8-5A, and we talk about it all the time about just how difficult 8-5A is and where we are as far as the district goes. And certainly this to start out, your first 3 are pre-district games. And we just talked earlier, Arlington Martin is no slouch either, ranked 9th in the area, is it? And, it'll be interesting to see, you talk a little bit about how you guys took care of them last year and hopefully could do that again this year, but would you expect they might want to be out for a little bit of revenge against you this year?
Well, I'm sure they're looking forward to coming back and playing us again. They missed a field goal right at the end, and it was really a defensive struggle last year. Both offenses had problems, and it was really a defensive battle. So I'm anticipating them coming over here and being ready to play, and so we're going to be ready to play, and we're excited to get out there. And we play Arlington Martin 0 week. Then week 1 we have a bye week. Week 2 we're going to play South Garland at Kimbrough, and then week 3 we're going to play North Mesquite over at Mesquite Memorial. So our philosophy is we want to schedule outstanding teams early on to prepare us for this really tough district that we're in.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little bit about some of your senior leadership and some of the guys coming back, some of those new faces maybe we'll see this year offensively and defensively.
Well, right now our offensive line, we have 5 of our offensive linemen either started or had significant playing time last year, so feel really good about our offensive line. Our quarterback is back, Carson Smith. He's our leader on offense. And, of course, the receiver position, we have Carlos Wiggins, who's one of the most talented players in the district. A couple of wideouts that I'm excited about, Nathan Orbach and Austin Blair, and then 2 young slots that played really well against Highland Park, Zach Giddeo and Austin Copeland. So offensively, we're ready to go. Defensively, our secondary, we have a lot of experience back with our safeties. Grant Cooper and Connor Vernon, both of them played a lot last year. Cooper is a 3-year starter now. And then on our corners, feel good about them. They have experience. Fuman and Rusky are both back from last year. So we're excited. We're changing our philosophy a little bit on defense, going to a 4-man front. So we're excited about defense.
Well, and Coach, you say you've changed your philosophy a little bit there, and I know you've got some new folks on the staff. Let's talk a little bit about that hard-working staff you have. I know one of the best staffs in the state, let alone the country. But talk a little bit about some of the new guys this year.
Well, we lost our defensive coordinator, David Knaus, who's been with us over there for 9 years, outstanding coach, retired this year. He'd been coaching for 36 years, and so David retired, and so John Bandy is our defensive coordinator, who's been with us for several years. Not a more passionate coach. Really excited about that. And then when we went out and hired defensive coordinator at Lakeview Centennial, Eric Farah, who's outstanding coach, one of the top coaches in the area. So we have new life on defense now, and everybody's excited. So, and then of course offensively, we've got guys that have been with us for years now. Kelly Mercer's the offensive coordinator, Joey McCullough, outstanding coach, Ralph Hines, Brad Bailey. All those guys are outstanding coaches. a lot of what I do now is hire coaches, or are involved in the hiring process. And my philosophy is I want to hire great coaches, but more importantly, hire great men who are outstanding mentors for our young kids. So our coaches do an outstanding job with that.
Well, and it's extra difficult on them as well. You know, obviously they're a teacher first, and you've done a great job of having great teachers as well as great coaches as well, Coach.
Well, they're teaching 5 classes now, so they you got to do an outstanding job, and I think they go hand in hand. I think an outstanding teacher is an outstanding coach, and vice versa. So you have to do a good job in the classroom there, and then you have to go out about 4 o'clock and practice for a couple of hours and prepare for that. So we ask a lot of our coaches, and they do an outstanding job with that.
You talk about preparation, Coach, and as you have the two-a-days, and you guys have been through that the first week a couple weeks ago, and then last week we had some in-services and that thing, so you had to juggle practice times. Give us just a little lead-in this week as you go into Friday night, just kind of starting on Monday, and what the week looks like as you guys get revved up and ready to go for Friday.
Well, you start talking about preparation. It starts back last off-season in January. And you go through your off-season of lifting and conditioning and those types of things. And then you get into the summer with the 6-week summer program now the UIL lets us have. So you're talking about a full-time job for our kids. And then we start our two-a-days. And, you know, one of the things that we battle more than anything probably this year is the heat. And so what we did is we had morning practices. And what we'd do is go out and practice about an hour and a half, take a break, and then hit it again. So that was our plan. You know, one of the things that you do as head coach is you walk a fine line there of getting your kids ready to play and not burning them out. We've got a 10-game season, a very difficult schedule, and I want to make sure our guys have their legs under them and are playing fast at the end of the year.
Yeah, certainly a lot of preparation and you know, even more that goes into all that as you talk about. You know, it's not like it used to be. You show up for football in August for two-a-days, but shoot, anymore, by the time you guys get them in August, you guys just roll right back into things. And like you said, we've got the conditioning things, and so those guys are ready to roll. 3 weeks isn't quite as short as it used to be anymore, is it?
No, you know, it's pretty much a full round-the-clock commitment, yeah. And you've got to be there. You know, I tell our guys, if you're going on vacation with your family, you go. But if you're in Plano, you need to be up school working out with your teammates and your coaches.
Well, and everybody else is doing, aren't they? Especially in this district,
yeah,
as tough it is like we say.
If you're going to compete in our district, you better be working out. And the best players work the hardest.
That's right.
The best players work the hardest.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing those guys. Again, that's the Plano West Wolves, 7:30 here at Clark Stadium Friday night against Arlington Martin. Coach, any parting words to the fans and the Wolfpack community out there before we sign off?
Well, I'm expecting the Wolfpack to show up and support our guys. They worked extremely hard, and we need everybody's support, and we're excited and expecting an outstanding 2011 season.
Coach, good luck. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.